Hi, this is Cleopatra, and welcome to Binti Talks. I am an event marketer. That is what I do, starting with my job. I am Ugandan, proudly, and I am also a multi-passionate Renaissance woman.
Hi guys, my name is Winnie and I'm here for Binti Talks International Women's Day. Winnie is a lot of things. Those people that know me for work know that I am a founder of a production house called We Media. But outside of that, I am a mother to a 10-year-old boy that just turned 10 recently. Um, I am a sister. I love being creative. I enjoy my own peace. I am a friend as well.
Hey, it's Dee here for Binti Talks Women's Day International episode. Queen D is a traveler and who is she? She's a human being, a traveler and a human being. Someone's wife, definitely not someone's mother. Queen D works in marketing and she's a brand person. I love personal branding and corporate branding.
Hey, it's Marine for Binti Talks International Women's Day episode. Marine I'm an extrovert. I am a sister, a big sister. I'm a daughter. I'm trying to navigate my day-to-day life in this crazy big world. I'm also a girl in finance.
Hey, it's Miss Sweetbird here on Binti Talks for International Women's Day. Miss Sweetbird or Melissa is just a girl. I'm just a girl. I could say I am creative on one hand, and I could be logical on the other hand. I am a bit of an introvert and extrovert as well, depending on who it is that I'm, facing. So I'm an ambivert. That's the word. I'm an ambivert. Um, I am a sister. I'm a daughter. I am an auntie to very stubborn nephews. But I'm also a corporate girly.
Hey, it's Marian here for the Binti Talks video for International Women's Day. Currently, I do marketing. I like marketing, but I also like traveling. So, yeah, somebody could sponsor me on that. But currently, I'm just doing marketing. I love doing different things. So, I'd say more of all come into different perspectives. It depends with the season, probably. So, but currently, I'm more so into entrepreneur dancing. I've not been dancing for a while. So, yeah.
I'm the eldest daughter. I have two younger sisters. I feel like I am a designated, or what do they call it? Deputy parent? Yes. I'm a deputy parent. It's in the title, You're born first, you have younger siblings that are looking up to you. So I feel like I'm a deputy parent at some point. With my friend groups, which is different because I have a mix of friends. I have younger friends and I have older friends. And I feel like with my older friends, I get to play the role of a younger sibling, which is fun. And with my younger friends, I feel like I'm still a big sister, they come to me for advice. When someone is stressed and they want to vent and rant, I'm that person.
Away from the titles, Cleopatra is a very happy human being. I pride myself in being extremely excited about life. I think it's a privilege that we get to live life and have this amazing opportunity to do everything that we want. I'm a huge fan of free will and I use my free will extensively. I'm also a lover of love. I love love, especially female friendships. I'm not a big fan of the other gender.
I think for me, my creative side, and the thing is, ideas come to me in the middle of the night. So sometimes my mind is just racing, like I could be sleeping and then idea comes. And I'm like, why is this idea coming right now? The whole day, ulikuwa unanisubiri tu mimi hapa nilale, ndo uje kwenye akili yangu. But my creative side is, it comes at very odd hours, especially when I'm quiet and when I'm just like relaxed. But also my not so work mode, I guess, or my creative side is very much expressed in music. Like, I cannot tell you how I cannot live without music. Yani, like, I live, breathe, enjoy music. Like, I love music so much. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. For me, it's something that keeps me going. And I think I noticed, like in my family, I got that from my dad, because my dad is a very big music person, like very big, like he's very big on music. So I guess that's how my creative side looks like. Ideas pop in, pop out, but yeah.
In the work environment that we work with a lot of men, and somehow, somewhere, you have to put on a mask and act tough because our voices cannot be heard. So you have to sort of try and fit into their own little world so that they can at least get to hear you and respect you and raise your voice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But you also have to remember that you're a woman and try and fit into these spaces without actually having to be or act like them.
My career demands more facts than emotions. So it's very easy to disappear into the factual world and forget about the emotions. But I feel like in my career, being a leader in the role that I hold in where I work, it requires me to also show my softness, because I also grew in my career from a junior person to a senior person. So I feel like when I'm interacting with my colleagues, I am able to connect with them more and relate to them more because I also went through the same thing. But it's not easy because, like I said, my career demands a lot of facts than emotions. And I even get a lot of feedback from my previous employers to my current employers that I'm more or less soft or nice, which I don't mind because I feel like it's taken me far in my career. And I feel like it helps people relax and talk to me more and open up more. And it's been good, really. Yeah.
Absolutely. Just because I'm well put, I travel business class and everything, people think I'm rich. I'm just financially irresponsible, guys. I did a finance manager because, anyways, story for another time.
Mostly people don't really see me. They just see the vibe and energy that I come with because I'm usually a very loud person. That is the first thing you'd see. But other than that, it takes a while to really know who I am because I'm not really forthcoming either to try and tell you who exactly deep inside I am. I'll just tell you like what you need to know. But deep down, there are things that it takes a while to open up to people. So yeah, mostly the vibes.
So Renaissance women, at least from what I've learned with the previous years, is you don't have that one thing. You have so many things that rile you up, that get you excited, that you are passionate about. You can be passionate about music and art and construction and a lot of different things, fashion. So because I don't have that one thing that I like to do, I made peace with the fact that I'm a Renaissance woman. And I've connected with many other women that, identify as that.
One incident. Um, okay, so I went into a room. I was pitching for a particular job, and as soon as they saw me, I was already judged for being a woman. Then they're like, "Ay, iko kisauti chako kweli utaweza?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, so when I started speaking, the pressure was already coming up of like, oh, your voice and stuff. So I had to go outside, give myself a prep talk. Like, you need to calm down. You need to try and raise your voice and to speak up. So I did that and I went back and I pitched. And after that, everyone was like, okay, una vitu vya kuongea. So that's one of the incidents that I remember. But on set as well, on set, I have to be tough because you're running 20, 40, 30 people on set. And if you're not tough, they're always going to take advantage either by not showing up or by not listening. So you always have to act tough on set as well.
I think for me, majority of my outgoingness also depends on the kind of work that I do. You find yourself that you're always on a mission to learn new things, experience different things. But away from just the work, I like to go out because I like spending time with people that I like, my friends, my family. So I don't really put the going out first. There's always a mission to it. So either I want to go see something for work or I want to hang out with family in different spaces. And it could be anywhere, a bar, a restaurant, a forest, as long as I have the people that I love with me.
Corporate spaces are spaces whereby you go and do your work. There's a lot of this be yourself, da 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 da, but I just feel like it's just a facade, if I'm being honest. And I know people will like come for me and stuff, but if you want me to be honest, then I'll be honest. A corporate space is where I go, do my job, present myself in a professional manner, and go home. I reserve my authenticity for people who know me well, who are close to me, and who deserve it. I don't think the corporate space is the space for me to be that. The corporate space is a space for me to be just professional. And unfortunately, this means I take the softness in me takes a backseat. I cannot be soft in the corporate space because I have experienced instances whereby I was kind and soft and people took advantage of me or they saw it as a weakness. So I literally had to switch that personality. It was very, very intentional. So nowadays people are like, oh my God, you're very stern or you're very, you look like you're a very serious person at work. Yes, I am. And the personality was very deliberate because sababu, you can't be soft in the corporate space. You cannot. You cannot be soft, unfortunately.
Yes, I think who you hang out with matters a lot. And in the past, I used to hang out with people who were of different, you know, I would say caliber than me. They do what they do, which is totally fine. So just because I was hanging out with them, I was also considered as one of them. I had no idea about it, and it's none of my business what people do in their private life. Yes, so that's how people also misunderstood about me, that I am also one of them. So they would like approach me and upfront just say like I would pay $2,000 per night, and I'm like, oh, I'm flattered. I regret now. Money.
So for me, it depends with the environment that I'm in. If it's new people, new environment, I usually get reserved very easily so that I can learn my surroundings and the type of people I'm around. But with the people that I know of, maybe my friends that I've been with for a very long time, yay, they just know I'm very loud and very noisy, and we could have an argument for like forever.
Sometimes he doesn't even come to me for things. He always goes to his mom, to my mom. So it's like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, money. But I'm your mom. It's like, no, no, no. Bibi, I know Bibi will take care of it. And I'm like, it feels bad sometimes because I'm like, okay, I wish I could do stuff for him, but circumstances, sacrifices. We're out here hustling for him anyways. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it didn't bother me, to be honest. Like, I was not pissed, I was not mad, because I really don't care what people think about me. Um, like, even the fact that I'm misunderstood sometimes, I just genuinely don't care. Because for me, my opinions about myself matter the most. I just don't care about anyone's opinions, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm grateful to have a really great relationship with my mom and my sisters. But also my friends. I feel like my friends remind me to loosen up because I can be a little bit of as much as I'm an extrovert, I can be a little held back, especially with people that I don't know. But my friends remind me to, take it easy, relax. Like, for example, my best friend just recently challenged me to travel together. So we are going to travel together in May, which is amazing because I've already paid for a ticket. I don't even know if I have the days off, but It's gonna sort itself out when it gets there.
To give you a context, when I was dating my ex, now I didn't know what kind of traveler I am, and so when I was dating him, he was a certain kind of a traveler, and I went along with it because we were together that time. And for me, it was more like I wanted to travel more as well. But the more I traveled with him, the more I understood that this is definitely not me. I'm not a backpacker. I would never backpack because just not who I am. And I would want the same from my partner, not to be a backpacker because, because I am not. So that's something that I cannot compromise on. Yes. So whoever I try to date or be in a partnership with, definitely backpacking is a red flag for me.
Oh my God. A soft, peaceful Bridgerton vibes. Yes, I want a Prince Charming with the drama in between, but without all the extra chaos of Tanzanian men. Yes, can we have drama, but can it not be of you having 20 side chicks or whatever? So I think for me with love, I want something that's soft, something that we can water each other. I grow, you grow. We can talk, we can connect. Someone that sort of understands my ambition and is my cheerleader on the back. And yeah, it's just that. I know money is important, but
I would like a partner who actually calms it. So, being that I'm a loud person, I match people's energy sometimes. I'd like someone who's a little bit calmer than I am because there are moments when I don't know how to tone it down. So, somebody who always remind you, like, okay, this is the moment you have to turn it down a little bit, stuff like that. So, somebody more low key, down low, stuff like that.
I think I think relationships need to be legal contracts, but I'm glad. But yes, a partnership. It has, if there are documents curated for that, I think it would be very important. Because as human beings, we have very strong emotions about our own personal interests and things like that. So for you to be able to thrive with other people, friends, family, partners, you almost have to chip away a part of yourself and let the other person come in and then, be able to figure out what you both like together, as opposed to focusing on one person, then the other. That is the only way it could work.
The partner who will find me the way I am. Either refined or not refined, but they'll find me the way I am. So I could call that preparing myself. But I am not literally sitting down and waiting for that person to come. Because for me, I have this thing that I'm usually like, we move regardless. Even if that partner doesn't come, maybe God didn't want him to come. But even if he comes, I will still live my life. I will still enjoy my life. I will still do what I love to do. Kwa hiyo, I think it's a mix of both of the two things, I could say.
It is, but at the end of the day, it's connection. So you find someone, you like them. If you stop liking them, you move on to the next one. I don't think it's supposed to be this very guarded. Yeah, so if you're guarded, well and good. If you're not, you can love so many people so many times. That is my belief.
I see people before they even express what they want me to see. So I feel like for me, I feel like being cherished by my partner would mean someone seeing me, meaning they care enough to see the hidden languages that I may be expressing, maybe through conversation or through my feelings or emotions that I'm going through at the moment. So it's being seen and being taken care of without asking. I feel like it's very rare to meet someone who truly wants to take care of you, not expecting anything. Or, people will always say, why did you tell me? I don't like that kind of relationship. I prefer a relationship where someone makes the effort to get to know me, what I like, what I don't like, and for them to emulate that through our relationship.
My biggest inspiration has to be my mother. I don't think I've met someone with that much drive, determination, delusion, and discipline. So that is one person that inspires me a lot, and she's one of my closest friends as well. So
I have my siblings and my friends. So when I say my friends, I'm gonna narrow it down to like my best friend. She always tries to give me, like pep talks when I usually don't like believe in myself or procrastinate a lot. I do that a lot actually. With my siblings, if I would like maybe an advice on something, the first thing I would go to and ask them. Usually something is always something very supportive. So yeah, for all you who don't, I have so many siblings. So and I'm the last of them. So it usually is fun to go like get different types of advices and stuff like that, and then see how you can apply them in your life. So yeah.
Very surprisingly, my little sister is the person who anchors me. I'm pretty sure she has no idea. But it used to be my mother. And listen, guys, I will never keep quiet about my mother. I will always talk about this woman for the rest of my life. It initially used to be my mother. But now it's my little sister because when I look at her, I literally see my mom. Like that's what I see. I literally see my mother. So I could say those two individuals are the people that anchor me so much. They ground me. They make me not forget who I am. And also they motivate me. They motivate me and they keep me going, I guess. Um, they usually make me go back to my true self and reflect on who I am as Melissa, as a person. Because it's very easy in this life to always forget wewe ni nani. It's always easy to sometimes for people to tell you things that are not you and really forget who you are. But when I usually think of those two people, they usually bring me back and they usually anchor me. And for someone who inspires me, again, I will still go back to my mom because even like the whole idea of Binti Talks, I remember at some point when I had stopped doing it and and then we used to go for treatments with her, she would tell me, never stop doing Binti Talks. I know you're still struggling, but you never know where it will take you. So I usually remember those words. I know, I know Dixter can literally relate. There's some days where I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I do not want to do this anymore. I am tired. I am really, really tired. But those words usually keep me coming back. And one last person I'm gonna say is Dixita herself. Like, let's we give this lady her flowers for sure. Because there's some days where I'm just like, if it's not for her, I think I would have given up this shit a long time ago. Sorry, I'm casting, but like I feel like I would have given it up a long time ago. Cause for me, when I see Dixita, she actually makes me audacious. Do you know someone who when you see someone and then they just charge your battery? So even if I doubt myself and then I see I'm like, yes, I'm that girl. Yes, 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 yes. So I get that energy from her as well. So I could also put her there. Hey, I've mentioned how many women? 3 women. My mom, I've mentioned my little sister and then Dixita. Yeah, you made it. So yeah, those are the 3 people that anchor and inspire me in my life as I speak.
My mom has been my support system. As I said, I have a son and our work hours are crazy. And sometimes you don't even get to rest and everything just feels overwhelming. So she always shows up for me and I would call her, Mama, I have to work in the morning. Naomba uje kukaa na mtoto. So there's always that, and she's always there kwa kweli, and I'm really really thankful for her. And yeah, God has also surprised me in so many ways, and there are times where I'm like, how the hell am I gonna do this? But He's also always shown me the way.
People will hate me for this, but I am my own role model.
for a defining moment for me this year would be doing all the things that I said I will do. I think we don't have a lot of control of our time lately, so it becomes hard to almost achieve all these different things. But also we have wavering discipline. Today you have it, tomorrow you do not. So my defining moment is if I get to sit down on December 31st and realize that all these different things that I said I'll be doing this year I have done.
So far, I have started working on a business. it's something I've always wanted to do, like doing an entrepreneur thing on my own or with a friend. So I've always obviously procrastinated a lot for very many years, but now it's when I've taken initiative, started. So yeah, uh, generally, doing our business is more so with gift giving, small parties, stuff like that. So if you want somebody to decor and everything, please contact me.
This year, he has a checklist of places he wants to visit. So if I can achieve one of those places, that would be a big win for me this year. So he wants to go to Spain. So he plays football. So football is his thing. So there's a school, not a school, but the academy that he's in. So they're going to Spain. So I would love to go for that one. He wants to go to South Africa, Joburg, to be precise. So that's number 2. He wants to do Dubai. These kids of these days.
That is it.
Yeah, so I'm like, dude, you gotta pick one. I don't think we can afford all of them. So if I can achieve any of those, I'll be thankful.
Definitely, traveling has changed that a lot because the more I travel, the more I learn things about myself. The more I travel and meet different kinds of people is how I also understand, okay, this is something I can tolerate from someone and this is something I cannot tolerate. And also the more I travel, the more I fall in love with it. Like I'm the kind of a person, I'm not a, like I'm a bird basically. And travel is everything for me. So the way I view relationships, the way I view my future partners, it definitely is not the way how I used to view and see in the past before I started traveling.
I feel like with my career, I've progressed super fast with my career to a leading role at such a young age. And I feel like that comes with a lot of sacrifice of your personal and energy and time. You invest a lot of time in your career so that you can progress faster, you know? So sometimes you miss out on a lot of things, experiences with friends, family, although with family, because you're always meeting each other and seeing each other, it's different, but with friends and other experiences, you know. And so for me this year, I have taken upon myself to rest without feeling guilty. You know, sometimes we always work ourselves to the bone until we're burnt out, and then that's when you rest. I don't want to do that. I want to rest without being burnt out. I want to relax and take it easy and not taking things personal. That's also another thing that I'm trying to do for myself this year.
Okay, so I've been behind the camera where most of the ladies have. Oh, by the way, shout out to the ladies that have made time. This is going to be a very beautiful episode. I know you cut it or probably you leave it in the episode, but did made time and they are really busy women, but they made the time. But what I could say and echo back to what most of them said is softness. I want to lean into my softness in terms of I've been living in survival mode, man, like most of my life. I will not lie. I've been living in survival mode. And what peace will look like for me this year is just it's just settling into myself and just hearing my inner self that yes, you can do it. Yes, you are doing it. And you don't have to, it doesn't feel like you have to keep on doing. You can only do as far as you can do. Kinachowezekana, kinawezekana. Kama hakiwezekani, basi, hakijawezekana. I'm just gonna stop beating myself for things that I cannot control and only focus on the ones that I can manage to control or that I can manage to do. And yeah, just giving myself more grace, I guess. That is what peace would look like for me this year. Putting myself first as well. Oof, girl, I need to put myself first. Like, yeah, I need to put myself first. I know every other lady has echoed that, and I think this is like a very common pattern, but yeah, I also need to put myself first. So that's what a peaceful year would look like for me.
My biggest unlearning, and this comes from someone who's very also highly emotional, at least grew up highly emotional, is not everything is a personal attack in situations. I've learned not to take anything personally, whether it's, in the workplace or with friends. My first thought at least in the last 3 years of unlearning this, is not to see how this is affecting me directly. I like to see things from people's lens. And it has helped me not to worry about so many things, not to take anything to heart, but also look at things from a very logical and factual lens. Because the first thought previously was when something happens, you're like, oh my God, how does this affect me? How does this make me feel? But now I just take time and I'm like, okay, well, what is the problem? What could be the issue? How can I fix it? And it has helped me so much. I'm not an anxious person anymore.
Showing emotions means weakness? That is bullshit. I am very emotional. I can be very non-emotional when I want to be, but I'm also very emotional. And I like to feel all my emotions so that I'm done with it and I can now do what I want to do. But before, I have to feel all the emotions. I don't bury my emotions at all. And I will take my time to feel all those emotions. So no, showing emotions does not make you weak. That is something that I've unlearned. And also, other thing is, growing up, I was told having light skin or white skin means, getting approval, being involved in the society, you belong in a society. That is bullshit as well. So yeah, that is also something that I unlearned.
My biggest unlearning is shame. I want to fully decenter shame. I feel like as women, we're so shamed for a lot of things, for being married too young, for being married too old, for being unmarried, for having kids too soon, for having kids too late. For a lot of things, we're shamed for everything, really. The type of hair you like. If you do your makeup every time, people are like, why do you do your makeup all the time? If you don't, why don't you take care of yourself? Oh, you're too much, you're too bougie, you're too little. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's so much shame surrounding women. And personally, I am trying to decenter that. I'm still decentering it because it's not easy, because we're being raised to feel ashamed of a lot of things. Even having your period is something to be ashamed of, but it's not. It's human nature. It's in our biology, you know? So I feel like for me, for this year and moving forward, I will be decentering shame fully from my life.
So, as a woman, growing up, we've seen and learned, and it has somehow been implanted in girl children that we have to, always put everything or people first, and then you come last, and you have to think of yourself like an afterthought. So my unlearning is I have learned, actually, this is what I'm implementing this year, trying to put myself first into everything. I'm tired of pouring, pouring, pouring and getting nothing in return this year. So I'd rather just try and pour in myself, and with the rejuvenation that I get, maybe be able to pour into other people's cups. But currently, yeah, I am learning how to give back to myself, actually.
I'm unlearning not to be everything for everyone. I think at some point in our lives, most of us thought that if we are everything for everyone, then people will like us more or people will find us more valuable. But I promise you, even a diamond in the wrong place is worthless. So I will only choose to show up where I want to show up, and I'll only choose to pour where I want to pour, and if I'm being given back. So I am unlearning the fact of, this wanawake, sijui strong woman, superwoman. I unlearn, delete that word. I usually say that word is not in my dictionary anymore. Delete. I am not a superwoman. I am not a superwoman. I am unlearning that thing of being everything for everyone and just, first of all, putting myself first, like I said, and second, only to people that matter to me or they pour back to me. That's it. If it means disappointing other people, if it means not being in the favor of other people, looking at me like as if I'm selfish, then that's well and good. That's your own choosing, honestly, because at the end of the day, it's you. That's your perspective. That's what you choose to think of me, then that's fine. But that is what I'm unlearning as a woman.
Not having to toughen up too much. I mean, You can be soft and still lead, can be soft and still be heard. There's beauty in being soft because that's our feminine aura. So I think we need to sort of channel into that a lot. And through that, we can find our power and still be the greatest beings out there.
Queen D is becoming powerful for sure.
Unapologetic.
Bold.
Elevated.
A disciplined babe.
Unstoppable.